Are you looking for an athletic scholarship? You're in the right place. This is the Recruit Me Athletic Scholarship Podcast, the longest-running podcast on recruiting and athletic scholarships. We're here to help your family navigate the recruiting road all the way to an athletic scholarship. He's a recruiting expert and a dad of a D1 athlete and a high school athlete pursuing a scholarship. With a wealth of experience to share, here's Recruit Me CEO Brent Hanks.
Welcome to episode 270 of the Athletic Scholarship Podcast. This episode is called Dollars, Dollars, and More Dollars. Last week's episode 269, was ROI, Return on Investment. I hit that many families are counting on an athletic scholarship to pay for college and to pay back all the money that was spent in youth sports and through high school. I bust myth number 5 of the Recruit Me 3.0 athletic scholarship system. Myth 5 states, most athletic scholarships are full scholarships. Listen to episode 269 and go back on your favorite podcast app or on the recruit-me.com/podcast3 to listen to episodes 216 and 217 for more scholarship information at the NCAA Division I, Division II, Division III levels, and the NAIA and JUCO levels. If this is the first time you're listening, I want to welcome you to the Recruit Me family, and I invite you to subscribe to this weekly podcast and would like to offer you the free Recruiting Power Pack at recruit-me.com. For the weekly listeners, you know I have 2 sons, like the intro said. Parker is a senior at Northwestern and pitches for the Big Ten Wildcats, and Sutton is a senior in high school in Ozark, Missouri. Sutton and our family are currently in the decision phase of his recruitment. We're hoping to find a college with the economic, academic, and yes, a baseball and athletic fit. So let's talk about the economic part of the decision. As you may or may not be aware, as I mentioned earlier, there are 5 levels of athletic college sports competition. The NCAA has the NCAA Division I, NCAA Division II, and NCAA Division III. And then there's the NAIA and junior college level. Junior colleges are 2-year colleges. In most college sports, the NCAA Division I level is the highest competition level athletically and gains the most attention on TV and social media. Division I football, the Bowl Division, can play in front of 100,000 on-site fans and millions of viewers on TV or the internet. Pretty much every high school athlete wants to play for a Division I team. Who is your favorite Division I team in your sport? There are 2 sources to easily see your sports college teams. The one that Recruit Me is affiliated with is collegecoachesonline.com. You can get a sample of 5 colleges listed to see how this site can help you. You can get a monthly subscription for $19.95 or a full year's subscription for $59.95. On collegecoachesonline.com, you can search your sport, the division of play, the region of the country, and the state to get a list of colleges. You can also search by type of school, public or private, the enrollment size, the tuition range, which includes below $10,000, $10,000 to $15,000, $15,000 to $20,000, and above $25,000. These are yearly tuitions and do not include any scholarships that might be available. Enter RM123 in the promo code space if you subscribe to get a discount on collegecoachesonline.com. As you search for colleges and sports programs, you can click on any college and more information on that college will pop up. That pop-up includes what we are talking about today, and that is the approximate in-state and out-of-state tuition. You can click on either the school's athletic website link or the school's main page link. Many of the school's website homepages will have a link of admissions. It may be split into undergraduate and graduate links. Usually on this page, in a side page link or somewhere on the page, there will be a link of tuition or cost of attendance and scholarships. You can see the college's tuition, sometimes showing the cost of a semester or of a full year. Some colleges have quarters instead of semesters. Some sites have a tuition or a price calculator, and on some sites it is easy to find the calculator, and on some sites it is hard to find. There will be many different pieces of information a quick college calculator will ask, and you will get a result showing the school's tuition, room and board, meal plans, and other school fees. Then through the information, you give information like GPA, weighted GPA, ACT score, ACT super score, SAT scores, or class rank. And many schools will show you what academic scholarships you could be eligible for. Sometimes questions of gender, race, religion, whether you're an in or out-of-state resident, your family income, and other extracurriculars like your leadership clubs, legacy possibilities, first-generation college in your family. Missouri has an A-plus program, and high schools sometimes have unique scholarship possibilities. Remember, the calculator is not a contract, and the admissions office will need to verify all the scholarship and tuition information. Okay, well, I got a little off course there, but all that website information is stuff that we will talk about in the rest of the episode. Another resource I use is ncsasports.org website. On this website, if you type in the search space at the top of this site, best, and then whatever sport you're interested in, colleges, let's use best softball colleges. When you hit enter, you can click on the best softball colleges link. There's a filters ranking that has a pull down for NCAA Division I, Division II, Division III, and NAIA. And there's another pull down to change the sport. I use the ncsasports.org as a great information resource. To be honest, NCSA is a competitor of RecruitMe because they have a recruiting service that charges a higher fee and does more advanced services that I believe that you can do yourself. But the free information is a great resource to use in your recruiting education process. The reason I like this best of resource is that it ranks the best overall school in that sport based on competition, tuition, and academic. But for this episode, we are paying attention to the tuition and the average cost after aid. This page has a quick way to see tuitions without having to click on separate pages. It only lists between 50 or 100 schools, and you can't sort them in any way, but it is nice to see estimates of tuitions from a large list of schools. The Division I schools information doesn't seem to include athletic scholarship. So those are two resources to help you find schools and see tuitions a little more easily. I know you're saying, Brent, get back to the subject. Well, some of you are listening and may be considering the Division I level. You know that is the highest and the hardest level to play. According to NCAA.org, there are 350 D1 schools in 50 states. The average enrollment is 11,820 students. There are 187,245 student athletes on 6,764 teams in Division I sports, with a total of $2.85 billion in athletic scholarships. That is an average of $15,220 per player. In-state tuition for a public Division I tuition may be as low as $7,500 a year and as high as a $45,000 tuition for a year if you're out of state. In-state tuition for public D1 schools are in the $16,000 to $20,000 tuition at the high level. Now, Division I private schools tuition are as low as $9,500 to $11,000 for a one-year tuition. But this list was just a handful of colleges. A majority of the D1 private schools have tuitions of $25,000 to $60,000 per year. These are list prices on tuitions, and they don't include housing, meals, books, supplies, or fees. So I'm trying to paint a picture of all levels of schools and where you need to look and not be blown away by sticker shock. These D1 schools have many opportunities to get athletic scholarships, academic scholarships, merit-based scholarships, need-based scholarships, and financial aid or loans to help pay for playing your sport and your undergrad education. Of the 350 Division I schools, there are about 230 public schools with a lower price tuition and about 120 private schools with a higher sticker price. But that doesn't mean, with a little hard work, that you can't get that price down and attend the D1 school that fits your athletic status. Let's jump into the NCAA Division II level. According to the NCAA.org website, there are 302 NCAA Division II schools that offer athletic competitions. NCAA Division II sports are offered in 44 different U.S. states, 1 school in Canada, and 3 schools in Puerto Rico. The website says that Division II schools are almost split evenly on private and public schools. In-state yearly tuitions for Division II public schools start in the $8,000 range all the way up to $29,000. I didn't realize Notre Dame was a Division II public school. Oh, this one is Notre Dame College in Cleveland, Ohio. but the majority of D1 public colleges max out at $15,000. There are just about 10 D2 private colleges with a yearly tuition of $15,000 or less. There are around 30 colleges between $16,000 and $24,000, and 130 colleges above $25,000 yearly tuition. NCAA Division II colleges do give athletic scholarships, mainly partial scholarships. They can be combined with academic scholarships, merit-based scholarships, need-based scholarships, and financial aids and loans. The NCAA Division III level is the largest of all athletic competition levels. The Division III has 195,000 students and 440 institutions. NCAA Division III does not allow athletic scholarships for any of these universities. On NCAA.org, it says that the Division III level has 80% of the schools that are private, and the remaining 20% are public. You can find about 40 colleges with a one-year tuition from $7,500 to $10,000. You probably won't recognize or see too many of these schools or these teams' names. Names like Hunter College, Sewell Ross State University, or Westfield State University. There are another 40 schools in the $11,000 to $25,000 tuition range. Division III colleges like Penn State Abington, Salisbury University, and Maine Maritime Academy. The Division III level only boasts a few private schools under $25,000 in tuitions. There are over 300 institutions over $25,000 yearly tuitions, many in the $40,000 to $55,000 range. There are a lot more upper-level academic schools in the Division III level. This completes the NCAA levels of play and a large range of schools and tuitions. The NAIA level of sports play has some different admission rules, recruiting rules, and scholarship rules than the NCAA levels. According to NAIA.org, there are 77,000 student athletes in 250 schools, and there is $80 million worth of scholarships given. That is an average of $10,400 per player. NAIA schools like Lewis Clark State College, Governor State University, and Penn State College are three of the NAIA public colleges below $10,000 yearly tuition. CollegeCoachesOnline.com only lists one college in the NAIA public category over $15,000 in tuition. But when I put in NAIA private school and above $25,000, I get over 100 schools. Colleges like Sterling College, Asbury College, and the University of British Columbia in Vancouver, Canada. The list of NAIA under $15,000 in tuition is around 30 schools. Wilberforce College, Blue Mountain College, and Park University are three schools under $15,000. I like to give the name of some of the NCAA Division III and the NAIA schools just to show you some of the great schools you may have never heard of. Do some research on collegecoachesonline.com or on ncaa.org or naia.org to find colleges in your state, your region, and in the areas you want to attend. Whew, I just gave you a boatload of information and numbers. Remember, these are all ranges of tuitions, and they don't include housing, meals, books, or fees. And they don't include any scholarships that are earned either athletically, academically, or through your high school or community. As Sutton is visiting colleges right now, he is talking to coaches and taking unofficial visits with campus tours. I'll do a future podcast with details on his unofficial visits. As Sutton sits down with a coach, the coach will usually have the school's sticker price on tuition. Let's use $30,000 for this NAIA school. That is of interest. Some schools use Sutton's high school grade point average, GPA, or some use his weighted GPA to get an amount of what the school could offer academically off the $30,000 tuition. So schools may use the student's GPA or weighted GPA or class rank or ACT score or ACT super score or SAT score. The coaches usually have a calculator online on the school's website or a chart to get the academic scholarship amount. So this school that Sutton is visiting says that per his standard GPA, he qualifies for $15,000 academically. Plus, Sutton is a Missouri A+ student, and because the college is in Missouri, this school offers a $1,500 scholarship. And then the coach offers a $5,000 athletic or baseball scholarship. So Sutton is at a $30,000 tuition, minus a $1,500 additional scholarship, minus the $15,000 academic scholarship, and then minus a $5,000 athletic scholarship for a net of $8,500 per year for tuition. Now Sutton has to add and pay the $8,500 for 2 semesters of classes, plus books, housing, and meals. Many times there are some student fees like parking or general campus service fees. Books can be up to $1,000 per year, meal plan can be around $5,000 per year, and housing, like the dorms, can be $5,000 to $8,000 per year. So Sutton can add up to $14,000 on top of the $8,500 tuition for the year. That's $22,500 per year, or $11,250 per semester, if that sounds better. That is a lot of information on the dollars of college tuitions at all levels. I hope I have given you some food for thought and helped you start doing research on the dollars and the possible expenses of college, even with an athletic scholarship. Back in episode 265, I started an Importance of Your Academics series from the Recruit Me 3.0 system. So let's sneak back into Appendix F of the Recruit Me 3.0 system downloadable manual. Appendix F, How to Study and Make the Most of Your Time, by Bob Kislick. The 3 strategies we will cover today are reading, getting the main idea, and extracting important details. Reading. A primary means by which you acquire information is through reading. In college, you're expecting to do much more reading than you are in high school. Don't assume that just because you read the assignment that's the end of it. You must learn to read with a purpose. In studying, you may read the same assignment 3 or 4 times, each time with a different purpose. You must know before you begin reading what your purpose is and read accordingly. Getting the main idea. Getting the main idea in reading is central to your effective studying. You must learn what the author's central idea is and understand it in your own way. Every paragraph contains a main idea. Main ideas are perfect for outlining textbooks. Make it a habit to find the main idea in each paragraph as you read. Extracting important details. Extracting important details means that you locate in your reading the basis for the main ideas. There is usually one important detail associated with every main idea. The more important details you can identify, the easier it will be to review for exams because you have made a link between an idea and the information that supports it. The more links you can have between details and ideas, as well as ideas themselves, the more powerful will be the efforts of your study. Listen next week and we will cover more strategies about studying from the Appendix F of the Recruit Me 3.0 Athletic Scholarship System. I wanted to extend the savings of the Recruit Me 3.0 Athletic Scholarship System. Now through November 29th, the fall special price of $99 will be available. The regular price is $127, but there has been a great response in the last few weeks, and the purchasing of the Recruit Me 3.0 has been strong. Join those families by taking advantage of the fall special price of only $99. Join me next week on the Athletic Scholarship Podcast. Contact me if you have any questions or suggestions. Contact me at brent@recruit-me.com. Please share this episode with any other student athletes and families you know. See you next week.